Okay everyone, it's Wednesday and I made a video yesterday, so I'm going to try and make another one today about making random fires with natural materials that you can find locally. So I got something moving around the bush over there. I could hear it up a tree. I was hoping it was koala. I can't see it. I've had a few water dragons jump into the creek. So anyway, while I've got it in selfie mode, I'll pan around and let you sort of see the different type of foliage we got here. Okay, so where I was yesterday is kind of somewhere in that direction. Yeah, it'd be over there. Where I am now, I'm in the tree line down near the creek. I don't know if you can see the creek, but it's just behind me. It's probably only about, oh yeah, you should be able to see it now. Yeah, you can see it sort of wherever my finger is. Yeah, that's the creek there. Okay, so I might just change to the other view now. Right, so looking up that way, probably about 300 meters, quarter of a mile in that direction is where I made the fire yesterday. So I'm just about 30 feet inside the tree line to an open paddock that I've sort of showed you before, and it gets a lot thicker in this area here. So again, the creek's just down there. You can see the creek there, and the creek's the boundary from this property that I'm on, and on the other side of the creek is all private property. You might have heard that. Sound like a stick falling into the water. It's probably a water dragon, I imagine. Anyway, this plant here, very common grass in Australia, Lomandra longifolia, or otherwise known as mat rush. It's got these unique spiky seed pods on it, and these broad, waxy, long grassy leaves. Now, on the bottoms of these, let me see if I can just pull one out. Oh, got to be careful because they will cut your hand. Okay. Now this bottom, 3 inches, where it's white, you can eat that. Oops. As you can see, it's quite fibrous. But yeah, that white section there, you can eat that. It's meant to taste like green peas. Now, I was going to build a shelter here at one stage and just never done it, but they're the trees I harvested with my tomahawk, and pretty much right where the dog is where my first Dakota fire pit was. So anyway, what I want to do with today's little video is, within no more than 10 meters, so about 30 feet from where I'm standing, I want to try and find some natural tinder that I haven't planned on finding. So I don't know what I'm going to get yet, and I can see there's a spider's nest, but I got some like smaller twigs and things like that, leaves and stuff there. So what I might do is I'll go for a little walk. I'll go for a little walk in the next couple of minutes and try and find some tinder, and yeah, be back. Righto, so I'm in the clearing now, and I'm back that way about 30 feet, just behind that lantana bush that's just there. So although there's not a whole heap of seeds or real fine hairy things, what I have found is these bits of grass. Now there's a fair bit of this grass. Okay, seems to be dead, but what I'm noticing is we've had some light rain, so this has all got a little bit of moisture on it. But can I get this to focus in my hand? Okay, some of that is quite fine, so I'm thinking if I make like a little bird's nest of the tops of that grass. Is it going to focus? Yeah, I'm thinking that stuff there, if I make a nice little bird's nest of that, it might just do it. But every now and then there is some of these things that I found yesterday which, even though they're green, they still work. Okay, so I might even collect a couple of those as a secondary thing. So okay, better get to it. Okay, I really can't believe how light it looks in here through the camera. But anyway, I keep saying it. So there's the things that I burnt yesterday, so I know that they work. There's just basically underneath there a clump of that I'll make a little bird's nest out of. Now I've got some mat rush seed pods there. And that's about it. What have I got here? So that's from the palm fronds. So we'll see how I go. I better get cracking because it's getting dark. And look, that's the pile I've made, and look where the dog wants to sit. There's a wallaby or something moving just over here. Only about not even 10 feet away. I just can't see him. So if you hear something jumping, that's probably what it is. Okay, I've got my little camera stand after my issues from yesterday, so I'll see if I can get this set up. Okay, I'm seriously running out of light. It's getting dark in here, so I've kind of made a change of plan, and I'm just going to go, unfortunately, straight to the straight to those hairy seed things that I got yesterday, just because I'm going to be walking out of here in the dark. So let's see what happens. Couple little shavings in there. Okay, here we go. Ready? Damn. Ooh. Playing the game. Now, okay, it's obviously not working. It's all about preparation. I haven't really prepared anything. I've just pretty much exactly just picked it, thrown it in a little bird's nest and tried to get it to go. It has had some rain, so it is a little bit damp. But it's all about preparation. And I'm starting to panic now because I want to get a fire going. I don't want to walk away a failure. But even if I do, it's a lesson about... Ouch! It's a lesson about being, you know, if you're walking and it's getting dark, you know, make up the decision that you gotta camp, and you gotta start getting that fire ready. Okay, so it ended up being paper bark that got that going. I'm not going to overly try too hard to keep this thing going because I've pretty much got to go. So here's a little bit of paper bark. What I did do though is there's lots of layers of this paper bark to the paper bark, sorry, and I just peeled it away, peeled some of the layers away so it was quite thin, and that's what went going. Those little seed pods that I lit up yesterday, they didn't actually go. So, and I noticed in yesterday's video, and it might even happen in this one, those little hairs, with my naked eye, I could only see them sort of like glowing, and it's like they're dancing and running around. But on the video, you can actually see flames, but I actually can't see flames here. So, yeah. Interesting. Anyway, I'll put this out and then see you all later. I'll have to come up here and do it again.